Slickster coming at you again with a topic I have already discussed, but definitely warrants a part 2 due to some of the current events that have happened in YouTube fitness with a certain individual who used to be natty, but is not natty anymore. Now this topic goes right in line with what I discussed in my previous video. I'm gonna put a link to it up here. Make sure you check it out before you finish watching this video. So the one individual that I'm talking about is this individual called Merijn or Merijn. I'm not sure how to actually pronounce the fella's name, but the guy has been on YouTube for a while, and his channel used to be called Student Aesthetics. I actually ran into his channel a few years ago, like way back in the day. I think it was back in like maybe, I want to say 2017, maybe 2016, I think. Somewhere around there, and the guy's channel is pretty much just like a vloggy, like it's a bunch of vlogs, and he's a bodybuilder, and he was it looks like he was pretty much just tracking his lifestyle as he, you know, bodybuilds and lives that bodybuilder type of party life, I guess. Again, I'm not a fan of those type of channels. I'm not saying there's anything against those channels if that's your flow, if that's the things that you like. I'm just saying it's not something I really keep track of. I just know who this guy is. I've seen him before. That's about it. If you take a peek at Merijn's channel, if you get a chance to look at his channel, you'll see that the guy is always relatively lean, like usually sub 10% body fat, or maybe a little bit higher than 10%, but he's always very, very lean, I would say, compared to the masses, if you will. And when he cuts down to competition weight, because he's a bodybuilder, you'll see that he gets extremely lean. I mean, he looks sub 6% body fat. I mean, he is shredded to the frickin' bone. You can see every muscle in that dude's body. Clearly very unhealthy. If you've seen my previous video, you'll know what I'm talking about in regards to the topics of being lean and how it makes you feel in regards to like your hormones and satiety, and dealing with hunger and sleep and stress and all these other issues. When you're that lean, you have like this compounding effect of issues that start to snowball as you get leaner and leaner, and if you consistently do it over the years. So as some of you may guess, or some of you may know already, Merijn decided to jump on TRT, also known as testosterone replacement therapy. Some people also call it hormone replacement therapy. I don't think there's any difference between the two. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't do any of that shit. But nonetheless, he decided to go on to TRT because his testosterone levels were very low. And if you know anything about fitness, if you know anything about nutrition, or actually feeling well, at least when you're at certain body fat percentages, you'll know, again, that when you go to super low body fat percentages and you keep your body fat at that low of a body fat percentage, that you're gonna feel like absolute shit.
I have been training for 10 years before I started doing TRT. 10 years, all right? I put in the work. The reason why I started TRT is a lot of reasons because of the mood and, you know, the depressed like feelings, because I was really feeling like not great.
So as you just saw there, Merijn is saying that he put in the work for over like 10 years or whatever, and he feels like shit. But he also said this:
no one cannot say that I have not paid my dues. I have reached my natural limit, you know, if not truly reached it, like very close to it, because the last like 3 years, like even like, you know, the last couple of years, I've just been looking the same again and again. And yes, I could bulk up, I could gain strength, I could, you know, build a little bit more muscle, but it wouldn't really be visually noticeable. And at some stage, I wouldn't really progress in the gym anymore either, in terms of like, you know, muscle mass and size. And I would just look the same every single year. So
Merijn is saying that he would look the same every single year as he continued to like bulk and cut. And I'll just say, for any of those people who are watching this right now, this right here is part of fitness that a lot of people are not taking notice here. Fitness, and when it comes to your body and gaining strength and reaching your potential, your actual physical potential, your full muscular potential, if you will, your limit, it's a learning process as you go along. And in regards to Merijn here, he was, I'm pretty sure he was staying, again, lean year-round, and then he would probably bulk up to a few percentage points of fat, like he would get a little bit more fluffy, just slightly more, and then he would cut right back down within a year or so. So he never really let his body recuperate, if you ask me. I don't see how how your body's going to be able to recuperate from the amounts of stress and everything that you put it through, say, a 16-week cut or however long he was cutting for, those months, because it's very, very tough on your body. And then not only that, when you're done with the cut, you keep your body at a deprived state. And then when you go to the gym, the weights are not moving the way they're supposed to. And then you're starting to get frustrated and you're tired all the time. And for some reason, like nothing's working. Well, yeah, that nothing's gonna work because you're not doing what your body needs. Sometimes your body needs to be at a higher body fat percentage, and that's just the reality of this fitness game. Your body doesn't like to be at super low body fat percentages unless you're taking steroids or TRT to mask the issues or the stress that you're putting onto your body.
But I do think that shredding down all these times, taking my body to such a level that is really unhealthy, that is not good for me, may have impacted me like forever, my hormones. It may also have not. Like I don't know. You know, it's just some theories that I have.
So Merijn is saying that he's not sure if cutting down so many times has like somehow like wrecked his endocrine system, like, and his tea production is now all jacked. Well, the truth is we'll never know, or he'll never know, because he decided to jump on testosterone or whatever the hell they're giving him for his testosterone replacement therapy. We have no idea. So if you watch Merijn's video, he talks a lot about like paying his dues, like he's been training for 10 years and you know, you can't judge him unless you've been through his shoes and you've been training like him for 10 years and blah, 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 all this other crap. Well, I think he's only like 24 or something like that, or 25. The guy's he's a very young dude. And I'll say, okay, I've been lifting weights since I was 19 and I'm 33. So if my math is correct, I've been lifting weights for about 14 years, and I've done the whole little cutting bullshit and, you know, so that you look good and the abs and all that bull crap. And I had the frustration, the low T, and I know what it feels like. And I'll just say, does that give me, or I'll just ask really, does that give me rights to now judge Merijn? The truth is, it doesn't matter whether he's being judged or not, or whether I have rights to judge him or if anyone else has rights to judge him or not. The reality of all this is that this is all fake. This is all a crock of shit. And what I mean by a crock of shit, that this is all fake, I'm talking about the fitness industry in general. This fitness industry, that you have to always be lean and you have to live like this great party life and all this crap, when in reality, fitness is anything but that. Fitness can be extremely monotonous. It can be very boring. It can be, it's a huge struggle. Merijn was actually facing some of those struggles, and he wasn't willing to pay the price of reality. And the fact was that he had to gain weight to actually feel like a human being again, and he wasn't willing to pay that price. So you know what he did? He decided to take a shortcut. He decided to jump on TRT like all his little friends so he can continue to keep his little abs and continue to make progress in the gym, but not in a actual real way, not in a natural way, because it's much easier to just stick a needle in your ass and be good, to mask all the issues that your body and your mind are trying to tell you. It's much easier to take the shortcut. The truth is, guys like Merijn, Kino Body, Athlete X, these people that stay extremely lean year-round. Kino Body not so much, I guess. I mean, I don't fucking know. But Kino Nuts over there, and pretty much everyone on Instagram, this fake image that you have to be jacked and shredded and super strong all at the same time is not a reality. That is not true. That is not how your body works. Someone who really is involved in fitness trains, okay? They train and they listen to their body and they do what is correct, and they don't resort to fucking shortcuts like TRT or HRT or steroids or whatever, okay? They do what they're supposed to do and they stay consistent, and they don't resort to shortcuts. Simple. You see, but that's not sexy. Training in a gym by yourself, lifting weights, being consistent all by yourself because your friends are too lazy or whatever, drop whatever excuse you want to do, too busy, whatever, to actually be adherent to an actual program that is going to make them stronger and better over the years that go by. Getting enough sleep, training, making sure that you're getting enough cardio, conditioning, making sure that you're eating the right amount of foods, making sure that you're gaining weight when you need to gain weight, saying goodbye or putting the abs on the back burner for a little bit of time so you can actually feel like a human being again. That's not sexy. But you know what is sexy? Parties. six-pack abs, getting stronger while staying sub 10% body fat. That's sexy now. And to be honest here, we have to give props where props are due, and Merijn at least is willing to be honest about his TRT use, and he's not claiming the whole fake natty route and doing all that crap. But it's, the way I see it, it's kind of a shame. Society is so jacked up in general. Like this online toxic world, fitness world, I guess you could say, is so toxic, it's so jacked up that I actually have to give props to someone who is taking a shortcut in something that they're supposed to love and do correctly. Isn't that just, to me, that's how fucked up of an industry the fitness industry is. So just to conclude all this, the reason why this dude Merijn did all this crap, it's very obvious. It's so that he can continue to have his little abs and continue to gain strength and not hate his life, because the reality is the fact that he was completely malnourished, most likely, or he was very malnourished during his cutting phases and throughout the years. And because he was so malnourished and was training unintelligently, he feels he's paid his dues. But the reality of the fact is that he just wants to keep his abs and he wants to feel like a human being again. And he's masking those issues by now taking TRT because he wants to stay lean. I have to give a shout out to this one fella. His name, he runs a channel called More Plates, More Dates, I believe. He did like a 40-minute video on this crap, and he explains more in detail also in regards to how TRT affects you as a person, as an individual, and the fact also, and this is something else that a lot of people aren't talking about as well too, that this whole lifetime commitment. Do you realize that when you take testosterone, you are potentially gonna damage your actual testosterone production for the rest of your life? Your nuts may never work again if you're a dude. I mean, isn't that scary? Why would you do that to yourself just so that you have a few pretty pictures so that you can continue with your bullshit fake life? I mean, to me, it just doesn't make any sense. To me, it perpetuates this fake image that is the worst toxic lie in the fitness industry that continues to be pushed by this bullshit. So if Merijn wanted to pay his dues, he would have done the right thing and just gained some weight and trained accordingly and got stronger and continued to push himself the natural way. So those are my 2 cents on the matter. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment sections down below. As you know, I love to engage with all of you. Please know that I appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit the ding dong button if you haven't already. You guys know who I am. I'm the Natural Elixir. I want to thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for the next one.